We are pleased to have Dr. Kira Weaver. She is with the Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton Emergency Medicine. And Doctor, thanks for joining us here for Child Passenger Safety Week.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
We wanted to hit on some key items for people to be aware of the importance of a car seat. So first, what is the purpose of children being in a car seat?
Okay, so a car seat serves actually for protection in two different ways. It keeps the child secured in the vehicle, and it also prevents, it actually serves as a mobilization device and prevents like children from getting injuries if they're in the car accident because of this immobilization it provides. Car seats in general, they basically exist because the fact our current safety straps, like our lap shoulder belts that we use in the car, don't fit children quite the same as they do adults. So, you know, for an infant, they need actually more of a harness system. And then as they get older and they go into booster seats, that lap shoulder belt needs to be in a certain place. So that way the booster seat provides that, like kind of brings the child up and forward a little bit so it sits properly to keep the child secured in the car.
In your line of work, what kind of injuries have you seen or can children sustain if they're not properly secured in their car seats?
So the car seat, particularly as an immobilization device, prevents head injuries. It can prevent neck injuries to like the bones. It can prevent bleeding to the brain. Car seats also protect the spine, so that way, you know, the child's back is protected, and primarily also functions to protect the child from internal bleeding in the chest and the abdomen. So, you know, and that's why it's really important for them to fit correctly too, so that child stays secure and doesn't move around in that restraining device.
The car seats are the leading cause of death, I'm reading here from your information, for children. So we need to make sure that we're properly putting in those car seats. There are places that people can go locally to get help and assistance to do so.
There are basically that, you know, the state police often are involved, EMS, some systems are involved. There's multiple car seat checkpoints that you can find that the children, you know, that parents can take car seats and have it, you know, properly looked at and be educated on how to secure the child properly in the car.
Okay, what can parents do to help children be compliant for using their seat belts?
So one of the things that parents can do is to wear wear their seatbelt themselves. Children learn from like behaviors from their parents, and this starts at an early age. One of the best things you can do is make sure that they're always buckled in every time, from the time that they're born as they get older, and then also that everyone else wears a seatbelt while they're in the vehicle too.
When you look at the car seat itself, forward facing or front facing, why is it important to follow the guidelines for when you should actually change the car seat to the forward facing?
So it is important because this has to do with how, you know, how children grow. So like, you know, kind of like the car seats and the booster seats, like you follow those directions of when, like, you know, basically on size, weight, when to change to different sizes. And this has to do with the fact that the safety restraints are part of it, and then also for protection in the car. You know, children grow fairly rapidly over the years, and the restraint system might not fit the child as well if you're not following those instructions. And it either can be like too constricting if it's too tight and cause injury, or if you don't follow it and the straps and the positioning's not right and it's loose, the child could actually come out of the car seat and sustain injuries if you're in an accident.
If you are in an accident, is that car seat able to be used again, or is that car seat now not something that you can use?
So it's car seats, like when they're in an accident, it's kind of like helmets. Even if it looks fine, you really should replace it. It already sustained forces. You can't predict if that car seat is going to behave the same way if it has other, you know, if it endures another force. So you can't say that that car seat is going to protect in another accident. So even if it looks great, you should replace it.